Listen close. There. First Vesper sparrow I heard this year. Yeah, it's good. Hear the grouse out on the lek. It's about 20 to 5. Pardon me. Yeah, 20 to 5. No, it isn't. It's about 10 after 5. And I think it's somewhere around the 26th of April. Beautiful morning after a windy day. I think today's good. Today, our shipment of Eco Tea is to arrive about 9 o'clock. Lori said the pumps for the newt juice showed up yesterday, and that's it. Everything together. We should be ready to rock. Get a few acres sprayed and then start seeding, which always takes a while to get things calibrated and going, but early part of the week should be rocking. I don't know if he's talking to me directly, but he just started barking while I was on the top of the hill here. I've had that before, and they kind of move along through the draws between the hills, carry on like that. I was once told that they do that to announce themselves. As they're traveling and maybe out of their territory. But I'm not sure. Anyway, it's interesting. Another one started to howl, so it seems like it is a back and forth. Call and response. It's fun. So yesterday was day 1 of seeding. Got that thing going. Went pretty well. Not sure about the seed rate. I used my seed up faster than they should have. Got to make some adjustments. The humic product, the dry product that we're putting into the seed furrow, the dust off of that seems to be mixing with the liquid that's going into the seed furrow and caking up, plugging up the seed runs, the seed boot, right as it goes into the ground. So got some adjustments to make there, try different things, see if I can get past that. Oh, what's the deal when you try something different? Little glitches to work on, but I'll get it figured out. Another curiosity of nature, for me anyway, is the little barn swallows. They're a sweet little bird, and we have quite a few here. all the old buildings I've drug in, and existing buildings anyway. They haven't arrived yet. Today's 30th of April. They're usually May. They catch their dinner in the air, mainly mosquitoes. And there isn't really bugs around yet. A few flies, not much. But 3-4 days ago, I heard one lone barn swallow, and I've noticed that a number of times in the past. There'll be a barn swallow around for a day, and then it's quiet again. You don't hear the others for a time, maybe a week. So I'm curious, is there a few that fly out and take a reading on the bug situation and report back, because there's no point in them coming here until there's enough winged insects for them to live on. They are interesting little birds for sure. You hear that, little sweetie? Merlin says the white-crowned sparrow. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I was hearing a loggerhead shrike, according to Merlin. So I went and got my fancy new microphones, because the phone itself wouldn't record it. You have to ignore the grackles and hear that little trill. It's made several different calls. Apparently that's kind of a rare one. Rare bird. People travel a ways to see them. Then we hear the barn swallow. The barn swallows are back. I think there'll be more coming, but there's quite a few here. Okay, Eco-Tea seed treatment. There's part A, part B. And this part A has the compost bugs in it, sleeping bugs. Part B, I mix them together, and that helps to wake the bugs up and wake up happy. So that goes on to the seed, and those bugs help to bring the seed out of dormancy and get things moving. Then there's in-furrow Eco-Tea. These totes here have the bugs in. Part B and C for that in-furrow Eco-Tea. So I'll mix the Eco-Tea into this little tote here. That's my mixed tote. So part A goes in, mix in part B, and then mix in part C. And then these totes back here are the nutrients that go in furrow. And then this tote is sulfur. Our land is deficient in sulfur. And then we mix in to that some, I say molly because I have trouble saying molybdenum, yeah, molly. Anyway, a little bit of that. And into the mix tank, and then it gets pumped into the newt juice tank. So here we go. I'm going to set the camera up on that water tank there, that black tank, and get this circus underway. Okay, so here we go. Is stir up this eco tea that's in the tank here. Okay, in with part C. This is discharge. Oh my, that got pretty full. I think I'll have to take a bit out before I can put the sulfur in. Okay, that's the newt juice tank. Now we have to top off with water. Okay, so that can stay. I better close this valve. And I can close that one. So we're gonna hook this one to a hose right here that's coming from the well. So we can top it off with well water. There it is. Okay, that's that. All right, let the auger down. I think it's good. And this is the bucket of Eco Tea. I've mixed it up already. Well, it's the 7th of May, and I'm out scratching around like an old farmer in the field. And somewhere here, right in here, there's a little wee baby flax. And just take a moment and appreciate these birds out here. Hear the meadowlark, of course, horned lark, the vesper sparrow. Ain't that pretty? I think these microphones are going to be fun. You might get tired of bird sounds, but I like them. All right, down the road. That's working out pretty good. Well, Mother's Day tomorrow. Of course, by the time this video is out, it's not tomorrow anymore. I've got 3 days of seeding left if all goes well. And then I should be able to get back to this video thing. But anyway, seems like I should tell a mother story. Yeah, so of course Ma's gone a number of years now. But I had the honor of being with her at that point. And no, that was quite an experience. It was very, I don't know, immense. Immense isn't a big enough word, but that's the best I can come up with. And very difficult and very beautiful all at the same time. To be with someone, especially your mother, and witness a life fully lived come to completion. Wow. That's quite a thing. So anyway, to back that up a few days, as we were spending time with Ma, everyone, including her and you, she was winding down. She didn't really have interest in food anymore, of course, but I guess you always try. So the lunch tray showed up. Ma really didn't want anything, but was convinced to take a little broth off the soup. That wasn't doing it for her. So Lori moved over to the other side of the tray, took a little scoop of strawberries and whipped cream. One of Ma's favorites. Of course, she didn't mention that, but once that hit Ma's taste buds, her face lit up into the biggest, goofiest grin. And we didn't know it at the time, but that was the last thing to light up Ma's taste buds. Strawberries and whipped cream. So You just never know in the moment how big those little moments can be. And that's one of the big ones. It was a big one for Ma, and it's now a big one for me. So I think one of the lessons I learned out of that is one that Ma always put into practice. Just go spread some little moments around, because you just don't know where that's going. Hey, Ma. Well, the end of the day, little daylight left. I thought I'd walk the labyrinth. Well, since we're walking the labyrinth, and Mother's Day is coming up, I guess got a few more mother stories to tell. So, in her early 80s, we set her up a little trailer out here on the farm, because it's just the place she wanted to be. And that was about the time we were planting this labyrinth. It was quite a bit of maintenance, trying to get trees started, watering and weeding, and so on. But Ma just loved it. She would be out here. She liked to get 2 of these circles hoed before sunrise. So that means she's out here at 4 in the morning with her hoe. And that was just her happy place. She always enjoyed this labyrinth. So when we were planting it, on a labyrinth, the center is kind of the sweet spot. So Lori had ordered trees, some special trees that she thought would make a nice center ring. They were a while coming, but finally they arrived, so we were excited to plant them. Of course, Mom's involved. She loved planting trees. Well, the next morning when we came out, and the intention of watering trees and fussing over them a bit, found that the gophers had come and dug everyone up, chewed the roots off them. Well, that was a heartbreaker for all of us, including Ma. So she said, well, I still want to plant trees. She gave me a signed check, said, go to Medicine Hat, get me trees. If you get me trees that are big enough that gophers can't take them down. So that's these trees in the back here now. We went with the trailer and brought home a load of columnar poplar and birch and a few others, about 6 feet tall, big enough that the gophers can't take them down. So that's it. The center of the labyrinth here we refer to as Ma's Ring.
She'd be happy to see them growing so big. So there it is. Ma's ring. Thanks, Ma. Happy Mother's Day.